Hey guys, what's going on? TZ Champ here. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, it's gonna be a little bit different. This is gonna be like kind of like my review of XDefiant and what I think of it, and just kind of my thoughts and what I kind of like my experience was, I guess, is the best way to explain it while I was playing it. So yeah. Well, for starters, let's just get right into it. If you don't know what XDefiant is a new FPS shooter created by Ubisoft, which kind of combines a lot of their past games together into one singular type of game that has different modes like domination, escort, different things like that. A highly competitive type of playlist, if you ask me. And it combines different factions from the different games, such as The Division, as well as Far Cry, Watch Dogs, Splinter Cell, Ghost Recon, all that kind of stuff. So there's a bunch of different factions that you can be a part of. Each one has different abilities. So some of them have like bulletproof shields that they can place down that absorbs bullets, but you can still shoot through them. Some can turn invisible, some can heal, some can take over like enemy devices, and some are just pyromaniacs and just set things on fire. So that's pretty much the overall like gist of it right away. But the game itself is actually really fun. I've enjoyed my time playing it a lot. All the footage that you're looking at now has actually been some of my footage from me playing it and stuff. I've reached level 26, so I have played it past the little welcoming part where the game starts opening up into more SBMM stuff and things like that. Right now there is no rank system in it, but I do have you can still see your kind of like player rank, so to speak. It gives you a skill rating, and you can see what your skill rating is, but it gives it to you in a number, so it's kind of hard to know where your skill actually lies with that number, because they give you no reference to know what that even means. So that's a couple of things that I hope changes with the game. But overall, the game is actually really fun. A lot of people have been calling it the new COD Killer. It's going to kill Call of Duty, all that kind of stuff. And while I think it's possible, because COD has been they've been dropping the ball recently in the past year or so, mostly with Modern Warfare 3. I personally think Modern Warfare 2 was okay. I don't think there was anything like really bad about it, but Modern Warfare 3 really did not add anything significantly good to the franchise, and also caused a little bit of a stir in the community because of that. But overall, I think this game does have the potential to be a COD killer. Now, whether or not it will is a completely different question, because everybody's different. You have to run it through the Ubisoft Connect launcher, which is a terrible gaming launcher in my opinion. Ubisoft, please fix your gaming launcher. It is terrible. Nobody likes using it, and it really needs to be changed. Add this game to Steam, do something, I don't know, or at least change your launcher and make it better, because right now it is terrible. Half the time whenever I try to open the launcher, it just fails to connect, and I have to wait like an entire 24 hours before I'm actually able to play the game or open the launcher or anything like that. Or I have to do a complete PC restart just to get the launcher to open. Shouldn't be like that. That's really dumb. And also, you have to like agree to 7 or 8 different things just trying to open up one game when you're using Ubisoft's launcher, because the launcher itself has to update like twice, and it'll ask you like twice there to make changes. And then once you start opening the game, it'll do it like 2 more times as well. So it's really annoying. Nobody likes it. Please, Ubisoft, fix that. Apart from that, it is free to play. So that's another big thing, is it is completely free to play. Does have microtransactions and a battle pass and stuff, as every game nowadays does. So I do think that might, stir some people. More people might be interested in it just because it's free. Some people might not be interested in it because of the microtransactions for cosmetics. It's all up to, you know, the court of public opinion, basically, is what, you know, I would call it. So you have a lot of people's public opinion might be different based off of it, because right now it does have a very limited number of maps. It does have a very limited number of game modes. It doesn't have a ranked play mode just yet. It is, and the weapon system and everything's very interesting in my opinion. I feel like it's missing out on a few things that could make it better. But overall, it's pretty good so far, from what I've played of it. Now, I haven't played too much into it, like I said. I've only hit level 26. That took me literally like less than a day to do. So I do plan on streaming this at some point though, because as I said, I enjoy playing it. Had a lot of fun playing it. And I'm excited to see what possible changes and stuff they bring to it. And it's really, really interesting to me. However, I will say the game is not without faults. So the game is pretty new. You know, they just recently had the beta and stuff. Now they're in basically kind of like the pre-season season, basically, where it's been launched publicly. I think they're ironing out some kinks, patching stuff still, just kind of seeing how things go. I loaded into one game. I don't know if I have the clip of it in here or not, so if you don't see it, then you won't see it. But I loaded into one game and the floor was missing. I could literally see the base plate from where they built the map, and could see, like, you know, the outer, like, you know, I don't know how to explain it in the correct terms, because I've never had to do, like, design, you know, and gaming like that. But basically you could see the grid underneath the map from where they built everything, and I could see through the floor the entire time like that. Couldn't see through walls. The walls and everything were still there. It was just the floor itself was gone, which threw me off a lot, because I couldn't tell if I was, like, if I was going downhill. I couldn't tell I was going downhill because the floor looked normal, or if I was coming up and going to drop down onto something, I couldn't tell how far I was actually going to drop down because of the floor missing. So it looked like I was going to drop much further than I actually did. So yeah, that caused a lot of problems. One of the character abilities, I don't know if it's specific for this faction of characters or if it's all factions, but I had multiple instances where I would attempt to use my ability and it wouldn't work. And I would look down, and it's because the whole thing's on cooldown. So it would be on an infinite cooldown to where you could never use it. And the solution to fix it, I found out, was to, once you died and you're in spawn, to swap your faction, but don't swap the actual faction. Instead, just swap the gadget and then go back into, like, you know, Paul's menu, swap the gadget back over again. Puts it on a 5-second cooldown, but that time, then it actually lets you use it. So that was really annoying. There's a lot of desync in the game as well. I'm pretty sure there would be numerous times where I would be behind cover or behind a wall and get killed from someone, like right after I had just peeked something. So it's almost like I'm dead, but there's a big desync there where they killed me while I was still peeking from the window, but on my end, I had already finished peeking and went back into cover, and then I died. Same instance with, like, the reverse, where I would be looking at someone, or I would be looking and peeking somewhere, and then I would die, and then it would show the kill cam, because it shows the kill cam, like, or not a kill cam, it shows the who killed you. Like, it shows you who you died to, and it shows it to you instantaneously, the moment you die. And it would be showing people that were behind walls that killed me. And it's like, how did someone kill me from behind cover? I don't get that. So I believe there's a huge desync error, like, issue currently in the game. Also, just a main gameplay mechanic, the movement feels weird sometimes. It's not the most consistent movement, and it's not the smoothest movement. Sometimes it feels really, really good. I think you get some kind of like kill boost or movement boost when you kill someone. So I don't know if that's true or not. Somebody might can confirm that, but I've noticed multiple times where if I'm using an assault rifle and I'm running, as about as fast as you would with an assault rifle. But if I kill someone and then start running, I'm way faster. It's almost like I'm running with a pistol in my hand. And I can jump farther as well. I don't know if that's intentional, if that's like a bug, or if that's actually just something that's built into the game, where if you get kills, you move faster and stuff. It's very interesting. But yeah, there's also hipfire in this game basically doesn't exist. There have been times where I have taken an assault rifle and was less than 2 meters away from someone and hip fired and didn't hit a single shot. It is the worst and most inconsistent type of firing that you can do in the game. There's even attachments that can increase your hip fire accuracy up to like 40%. And even with that attached, it didn't really improve it significantly, in my opinion. Especially since this is a game where you don't just like shoot 3 bullets and kill someone. It can take up to like 6 or 7 rounds to kill someone, if you're hitting them just in the chest, depending on what gun you're using. So that's a very like significant issue when trying to like get in close quarters and try not to ADS. Which brings me to my next little flaw in the game itself, which is the attachments for weapons are a little underwhelming. I've noticed that the lower level attachments tend to be the best attachments you can put on your gun, majority of the time. The lower level attachments usually give all positives and 0 negatives or 0 drawbacks to your weapon's stats. However, like the higher level ones seem to give you more stat bonuses, but also more drawbacks. So, like for instance, one of the things that I've put on, I was using an underbarrel on one of my assault rifles, and it was the very first one that you unlock, and it gives you plus 10% ADS speed, plus 5% movement, and I think like plus 2.5% sprint to fire speed or something like that. Well, I think I still have that equipped because every other underbarrel option is just terrible in comparison. The highest level one I think you can unlock gives you plus like 20% aim while moving, plus 20% like ADS or sprint to fire speed or something like that. But it gives you like minus 35% ADS speed, minus 20% of like something else. Like it gives you a lot of bad stats that are just not worth the trade-off, in my opinion, and really affect the handling and the mobility of the weapon. So I feel like some of their attachments need to be looked at slightly because of that. Also, weapon damage is very strange. I used the M4A1 is the weapon that they start you off with, so it's a beginner type weapon, so it's understandable that it shouldn't be necessarily the best weapon. However, the difference in damage is very significant and very noticeable. With an M4A1, you can shoot somebody in the chest with like 5 or 6 bullets, and you may or may not kill them depending on which faction they're running. Because there is one faction that has 120 health instead of 100. But you can hit somebody with like 5 or 6 bullets in the chest and it not kill them. Whereas if you have like an AK, which is like the very next weapon you unlock, they can like 2-tap you or 3-tap you pretty much no matter what. Like they just... The damage difference in guns is very significant, I've noticed. A lot of people seem to have issues with the sniper rifle. They think it's broken. I believe it was patched though. You can see some clips of me using the sniper rifle, I'm pretty sure here. But the sniper rifle that I used both of them. They're strong, but they're not that strong, in my opinion. Some people are saying you get shot, like no matter where you get shot in the body, it's going to one-shot. I have gotten hit markers with both rifles, with body shots. I've gotten hit markers even with the TAC 50, the stronger of the two sniper rifles. I've actually hit someone in the shoulder and gotten a hit marker and did not kill them. So it is very possible that it has been fixed and they've changed the damage on the sniper rifles, but I did not see them being that strong as people were claiming before. Apart from that, I think the ranked play mode is going to be very interesting. It's going to be a 4v4 instead of a 6v6 like the regular the modes are. I also think that they should include other playlists and lobby types, because right now, like I said, if you go into a regular lobby, it's going to be 6v6, and if you go into the rank playlist, which is trial right now, it's not an actual rank, it's 4v4. I think they should add some other modes that are, you know, fluctuating modes, like more 4v4 options in the regular playlist, maybe some 5v5 options and stuff, because there are a few maps that are way too big in my opinion, and then there are other maps that are way too small. One of which is a map that you can play capture the flag, or it's not capture the flag, it's what's it called? I think it's called Occupy. But it's basically like domination, but it's not the same domination, because there is a domination mode in this game which is completely different than domination that you're used to playing in COD. But imagine COD's version of domination in this game, and it's got a map that's so small that everywhere you turn there is someone there, and it's a 6v6 map. The map is way too small to have that many people on it, in my opinion. That is much better served as a 4v4 map. But, you know. Apart from that, I don't really have any other complaints about the game. Like I said, the game itself is very fun. I've enjoyed it. I plan on streaming it stuff because I've been wanting to get into other games. And hopefully you guys will tune in and stuff and watch some of those streams. And hopefully you'll enjoy it. I highly recommend trying the game out yourself, figuring out if you like it, and yeah. But apart from that, guys, I appreciate you all for watching this video, and I hope you've had a wonderful day, wonderful night, whatever time of day it is you're watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Laters.